Welcome back, students. In the next previous lecture, I have discussed about the dispersion of light, how the dispersion takes place through a glass slab or through a prism, and what is the difference between the refraction through a glass slab and the refraction through a prism, that is known as the dispersion. In today's lecture, I'm going to discuss about the refraction through atmosphere, how we can explain this topic and what are the main applications of refraction through the atmosphere. The refraction through the different layers of atmosphere is known as atmospheric refraction, how it takes place. You know, the air around the earth have different layers and mobile. Around us everywhere is the air and air is mobile, but the air near the surface is more denser, that is the cool air, as compared to the air in the upper layers as we move higher and higher, and the air become hotter and rarer as well. So there are many layers from Earth's surface to the atmosphere. If we move towards the sun, the temperature is also increasing. That increase in temperature makes the layers rarer, and hence the light from the sun, when the light from the sun travels to the observer, or you can say to our eyes, what happens, that light has to pass many layers, and those layers, suppose this is the sun, and the sun has to travel, the light rays from the sun to the observer has, this is the observer, has to travel a longer distance. Near the earth surface, this layer is more denser, you can say, having density d1, d2, d3 and up to dn. The uppermost layer have the lowest density. This is less than the density of this layer, this is less than this layer, and this is less than this. It means this is the most denser layer and this is the most rarer layer. As the light travel from the rarer medium to denser medium, it will move towards the normal. The light will pass, and at this point it will move towards the normal. At that point it will again move towards the normal. At that point this will also move, and in this way the light suffers multiple refraction in the different layers of the atmosphere, and this kind of refraction suffered by light while traveling through different layers of atmosphere is known as the atmospheric refraction. Now you can write down the definition of atmospheric refraction. When light rays from sun reaches to the observer, you can note down in parallel, observer reaches to the observer, it passes through many layers of atmosphere, many layers of atmosphere, or you can say air, having different densities, and the layers are more denser near the earth's surface, and light suffers multiple refraction known as the atmospheric refraction. You write down the definition as well and the ray diagram also. This ray diagram also. This is for the atmospheric refraction. Note down it. Now the applications of atmospheric refraction. The first application is why the stars appears higher than they actually are. What is the cause behind this? I told you as in the atmospheric refraction, there are different layers like this. There are different layers and we assume that many more different layers are there and the star is here. When the light from the star is traveling towards the earth, here is the observer. What is happening there? The rarer part to the denser part and the ray will bend towards the normal. Then in the next layer it will suffer refraction. Again it will bend towards the normal. Then again it suffer refraction and will bend towards the normal. And this process is going on and ultimately the light falls to the observer. And when you back produce this and you see the actual refraction, then it appears that the light is coming from here, not from this position. This is the cause why the star appears. This is the actual position of the star and this is the apparent position of star. This diagram you have to explain what I have written here. Stars are the independent source of light situated far away from Earth. As the light travels from stars to the observer towards the Earth, what happens? It moves from rarer medium to the denser and the density increases towards the Earth and light bend towards the normal. When we back produce this, we check the actual refraction, the star appears higher than its original position and this is the cause. This is due to atmospheric refraction. One more application is also there. One more question is also there. Why stars twinkle? Why they appears that they are twinkling, stars are twinkling. You can also write this is due to atmospheric refraction. The same cause you can write atmospheric refraction because the stars are far away and very small in size, very small in size. The different layers are air layers are mobile also because the air is moving time to time. It is moving from rarer to denser as well as side by side and this apparent position shift. Sometime it appears like this, sometime it appears like this and you are able to see many more images of the star. The different layers of different air layers are mobile and stars appear twinkling. So two answers are in the same application. One is why star appears higher than its actual position and second is why stars twinkle. One more answer should be there. One more question should be there. This is why the planets do not twinkle. The main cause is number one, larger in size. जब इतना बड़ा साइज होगा, बहुत बड़ा साइज होगा तो कभी इस पार्ट से लाइट आ रही है, कभी इस पार्ट से, कभी इस पार्ट से, तो उसकी अपेरेंट और एक्चुअल पोजीशन शिफ्ट नहीं होती ड्यू टू लार्जर इन साइज एज कंपेयर टू स्टार. Second, the extended source of light due to the large size. extended source of light, and third position, it is nearer than stars. So all these conditions make the planets do not twinkle because there are nearer, less number of layers in between them, extended source, very large source, sometimes lights emit from here, sometimes from here, sometimes from here, and the apparent position according to these sources remains the same. That's why the planets do not twinkle. So note down all these three applications. These are very important to you. Out of these applications, one question always come in the exams. Note down these. The next application is why the length of the day is 4 minutes longer as the actual length, or what is the cause of advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. It means the sun rises 2-3 minutes earlier than at the actual sunrise and sets after 2 minutes. Why this is so? Look at the diagram first. Here the sun rises from the horizon and this is the line from where below which the sun is going to rise. When sun starts rising, what happens? The light ray from sun travel to the observer by entering the different layers of the atmosphere. This is the atmosphere of Earth, and in this atmosphere different densities of different layers are there. So this light has to travel a longer path by suffering the multiple atmospheric refractions, and due to which if we look at the actual refraction by producing the ray, the sun appears 2 minutes earlier, and similarly when the sun sits below the horizon, what happens? The light rays from the sun travel through the different layers of atmosphere and reaches the observer by traveling a longer path, suffering many refractions due to the different atmospheric layers, and its apparent position appears, this line should be straight, and its apparent position is visible after setting the sun. So this setting of sun is delayed by 2 minutes and this rising sun is earlier by 2 minutes, due to which the day length is 4 minutes longer as compared to the actual length, and this cause is due to the atmospheric refraction. One more question may be there. Why the sunset and sunrise time the sun is of oval shape? Why sun is of oval shape? The cause is the longer distance causes multiple refractions, multiple atmospheric refractions, and hence appear oval, and the appear oval in shape during sunrise and sunset. And circular sun during at noon. Why it is circular? Because when sun is overhead, what happens? The rays falls normally suffering no refraction, hence it appears circular. Got it? And this is all about the atmospheric refraction. I have discussed almost all the applications. Learn these applications, note down these applications. If you have any query, you can put your question in the comment box, and have a nice day.